to assemble your TT assembly and the spring. There's a bunch of holes in here, it can get confusing. So what you want to do to begin with is you want to fit the cup to the flat on the axle. So this is my 6 o'clock, my 12 o'clock. This will be my 6 o'clock. The axle flat is at 6 o'clock. And when it's properly adjusted, it won't turn. And when you twist it, it'll fall into place. So now it's ready to be tightened. That's the secret. The other move is you got a long end and a short end. So we put the short end in the cup. There's our 12 o'clock. Easy to tell, the screw's sticking out. So we're going to go to 11 o'clock. There's a 9 o'clock, a 10 o'clock, and a 8 o'clock. There's 11, 9, and 8 o'clock. There's a 1, 3, and 5 o'clock. Okay, so the left would be on the 1 o'clock position, but we're doing a right-hand bow, so we want the 11 o'clock position. So the small spring fits into the 11 o'clock position, like so. We take our axle, we put it in, and we make sure the roller is all the way up so that the flat is at the bottom. And when you come over here, you're using the left side hole for the right hand bow. So this one gives you less tension. This hole over here gives you less tension, and this hole over here will give you a little bit more tension. Okay, so we start at 11 o'clock. And you go to the first hole, you line it up. That's the assembly basically right there. It fits in nice. You take your driver, you tighten the bottom first, making sure you don't have too much gap. Millimeter or 2 or 3, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so then you tighten the front, the top. Okay, so to take it out, always loosen the top a little bit more so it's sticking out, so you know it's your 6 o'clock. You loosen the bottom a little bit so that it won't come out, and then you pull the spring out, and then you're done. All right, so if your spring is too loose and you need to increase tension, you want to go inside the cup to your 9 o'clock position, okay? And you want to use the one closest to the center because you want gradual increase. You don't want to just go too hard. So you want to use the one closer to the center. So this side, not this one, that one. All right. So now we're going to put that in there. Roller to the top. There you go. That's clicked in. That's better torque. I want a little more pressure. So now I'm going to use the outside hole. Okay. So we'll put that pin in there. There we go. Oh yeah, that's going to be nice. And I get the bottom on the flat. Tighten the top roller. And now we have way better tension. Not necessarily every stronger spring is going to be better, but I mean, if it gets, you got a reason to make it tighter. So you go to 11 o'clock, then you go to 9 o'clock, and then you go to your 8 o'clock. You use the first hole closest to the center when you put your spring TT assembly on, and then if it's still too loose, you go to the second hole. That's one further away. And then you have a great assembly here.